We'll start with the injury situation. Max Sanders and Jordan Garrick, whereabouts are they?
Max is back in training. He's due back in training on Monday. We had a discussion this morning about, because his return to training date is Monday, but it's not full training. So, but he will be back in full training to the end of by the end of next week for sure. Jordan Garrick is slightly different. He's had a scan. He has got a small injury, and I don't want to be vague about it, Rob. It's kind of on Jordan. There's no time frame on it. It's kind of how his pain threshold is. Without putting any pressure on him, by the way. But it's not a long-term thing. We're hoping to see him back soon as well. And he's desperate to get back playing. He's really disappointed he's out. So he's doing everything he can. But I don't expect that to be too long.
Everybody else get through the midweek okay?
Yeah, no reports back from the game on Tuesday. Everybody's fine. There's a couple we're looking after. Which we quite often do, which every club, nothing to worry about. Some days, second day recoveries. The odd day you may say to somebody, you stay in today. No, I'm good to train, yeah, but we look after you today. But no reports from the game. Nothing negative from the Barnsley game.
Your away form's been superb in League and Cup this year so far. What do you put that down to? Is it down to the way you play, your style of play, or do you think it's something else?
Again, I'm not being vague, and it's not I don't have the answer. It's a good question, but I don't think it's anything in particular. I think we've played some really good football at home. My only gripe with us at home is the consistency and the time frames. We've done it for periods, or we've done it for the first half an hour. What I've been disappointed with in terms of a home form is we've got away from the good football that we play, and we've perhaps, under a little bit of pressure, got lulled into the style of play that other teams have been playing and been a little bit more direct. And it has to be part and parcel of the game. It has to be something we go to where we can change the dynamics of the game and the landscape of it. But I think we've then done it a little bit too much. Maybe that's the pressure of playing at home and you're playing in front of your own fans, whereas away, we don't seem to quite have that. There's a bit more calm about us, I think.
And it might sound a strange question, but the fact you've only lost one game this season, is it more satisfying that you're remaining unbeaten for a number of games, or would you find it more satisfying if you'd won more, but then also lost maybe a couple more?
Yeah, look, it's a brilliant question. I've actually had this conversation a million times with a lot of people in football. So, for example, let's say we draw with Oxford and we draw with Peterborough and we keep 2 clean sheets. Everybody's really, really pleased. You know, character, discipline, unbeaten run continues, not conceding goals, and you've got 2 points. You go and beat Oxford 2-1, play really well, really strong performance, and then we go and lose to Peterborough in what was their worst performance of the season, individually, collectively, you know, well beaten on the day, but yet we've got 3 points. Obviously, it's about getting points, but I think your performances will dictate where you finish in the season. You can't win, in my opinion, you can't win games playing badly. You might win a couple here and there, but over the course of things, I think you're going to fall short. And I think good runs tend to come from it, maybe where you lose 2 or 3 games in a row, but you can see the changing of the guard, you can see the implementation, the improvements coming, and you go, what I would say is over the course of the season so far, I think we've been very, very good. I think we've taken the Peterborough game out. Unfortunately, we conceded 4 goals and our goal difference is -3. But take that one game out, I think we've been very consistent. And that's a big, big plus for me.
As for Cambridge United, what are you expecting from them this weekend?
You know, I've been to Cambridge a lot actually over the years. When I was at Ipswich, I spent a lot of time there scouting players for Ipswich and seeing opposition teams. So it's a brilliant stadium to go to. I was thinking of it this morning. I was actually laying in bed thinking about you this morning. And I just think ourselves, we're quite similar as clubs. We've got a beautiful small stadium that's full every week. It's colourful, it's bright, it's a lovely pitch. There's a fantastic atmosphere. There's a real connection between the fans, the home support at Cambridge and their team. You can really, really see that. It's a real friendly community, family type club. And I see huge connections with us and them. So I think it'll be a really tough game. I look at the job that Mark's done since he's been in. I was chatting to somebody about it yesterday. In terms of the last couple of years, if you look at a manager in in the league, if you looked at who's been the most consistent and the best, you couldn't look outside Mark and what he's done there. So I think it'll be a really tough game. I think the style has been the same. It's not going to change, and I don't mean that in a good or a bad way. We know what's coming. Incredibly hard working, disciplined, good experience, good players. I think it will be a little bit direct at times, but that's what we got. We know what we're going to get. It's going to be a really tough game, and you've seen where they are in the league and where they finished last year. They're definitely a club on the up.
And you talk about that consistency of style of play and tactics. Is that where you want Lincoln to get to? Are they a blueprint, not necessarily in the way they play, but the fact that they have that style of play and they stick to what they know? Is that what you want to do with Lincoln?
Yeah, 100%. I keep saying this when people say to me, "What success this year?" It's a continuation of what the club's been doing over a number of years. And I'm not here to criticise anybody or say anybody was brilliant before or what happens after me. But the work that's been done in the last couple of years has been excellent work. You have to give credit, and the club deserve a lot of credit for that, and previous manager deserves a lot of credit for that. And my job is to continue it in my way. And I think the big thing, what we're really trying to get is the consistency and the good play. I think we've had it in bursts and in periods in games. Is how can we make 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 75, 90 minutes in a continuation? So I think we've done that away from home better than we have done at home.